A man was arrested and became the janitor of the prison, but after being released, he rose to lead the Yakuza. Nick begins his journey in prison in a less than glamorous way, cleaning bathrooms. Shortly after 5 tattooed men leave the restroom, looking at him like he's the next meal of the day, Nick finds another inmate hanging, seemingly attempting to take his own life. Without hesitation, he shouts for help while trying to save the man. Another prisoner arrives to help lower the poor guy down. But instead of a "thank you, hero," Nick and his helper get beaten by guards as if they had committed the gravest crime in history. The prison warden, who clearly has Thanos-level mood swings, accuses Nick of conspiracy based on a letter from the almost hanged man. The result: Nick is thrown into solitary confinement, where he discovers that his cellmate is none other than Koshi, the guy he saved. What a convenient coincidence, right? Koshi reveals an escape plan. He would fake an injury to be taken to the hospital, where allies would help him break out. Nick, who apparently has a PhD in survival improvisation, makes a sharp stone to assist Koshi. The plan is executed, Koshi survives, and Nick is released earlier than expected. Outside, he is taken to Osaka, where he's welcomed by members of the Shiramatsu clan. The group offers him a job to deal with a hard-headed American named Panetti. After a debate that involves a typewriter as the final argument, Panetti agrees to the terms. As a reward, Nick is treated to a night at a bar, where he ends up breaking a bottle over the head of a rival Shizu clan member. Naturally, this makes him a favorite of the Shiramatsu clan. Koshi, now Nick's best buddy, offers him a fancy apartment and even introduces him to his sister, Myo. After exchanging flirtatious glances and unsubtle overtures, Myo and Nick become close. Everything seems to be going well until a new mission arises: negotiating weapons with an American soldier. Spoiler: the soldier is dead when Nick arrives, and he's ambushed by the Shizu. What I wouldn't do at this point is wander alone in a suspicious harbor. Perhaps bring security or even an umbrella, just to look less threatening. After a fight worthy of ninja training, Nick escapes, but with a significant cost: 2 Shizu members dead. This enrages the leader of the Shiramatsu clan, who orders Nick to cut off 2 fingers as an apology. Koshi, in a do as I say, not as I do moment, offers his own fingers to spare Nick. In this film, the team worked hard to authentically recreate Yakuza ceremonies, including the symbolic finger amputation. It's here we realize that Koshi truly values friendship, more than most would. Nick is formally accepted into the Shiramatsu clan in a grand ceremony. He is now officially a Yakuza, though not without a foreboding warning. The leader suspects there's a traitor within the clan. Nick was feeling on top of the world as he celebrated his official induction into the Shiramatsu Yakuza clan. But happiness never lasts long in this type of movie. He stepped out of the bar to have a word with Kyoshi, his girlfriend Myo's brother. Nick decided to come clean and confess that he was dating the guy's sister, which wasn't exactly met with applause. Kyoshi was worried about Myo's future, but Nick swore to protect her. Apparently, this was enough to turn a veiled threat into a toast. After much discussion, Kyoshi came around and even congratulated Nick on joining the family, literally and metaphorically. Like every serious new Yakuza member, Nick decided to tattoo his back. The calm didn't last long because, while Nick was on a train with Myo, he spotted a rival Shizu gang member who had previously tried to turn him into sushi. As in all good films, tension rose from the encounter. Meanwhile, the Shizu clan was negotiating with the Shiramatsu leader, but the talks weren't exactly diplomatic. The Shiramatsu leader rejected a business proposal and later an insulting offer to retire and merge the clans. The rivalry between the clans became even clearer when Orochi, a Shiramatsu officer, began losing patience with his own leader and attempted to rekindle an old romance with Myo. However, she was not interested and made it very clear with a firm no. The result? Orochi, lacking any self-control, exploded in anger. Meanwhile, Nick's past came knocking in the form of Polly Bowers, an old American acquaintance. Having faked his own death to escape a military court, Nick had neither the time nor patience for a nostalgic reunion. Instead, he solved the problem in the most straightforward way by stabbing Polly in the neck. But Nick's problems continued. When he went to see Myo, he discovered she was pregnant and sporting a nasty bruise on her face. Myo, however, asked Nick to leave. Like any good father-to-be, Nick went straight to Kyoshi, who gave him 2 symbolic swords, one to kill and one to die. Things took a turn for the worse when the Shiramatsu leader was ambushed during a visit to a tailor. Though Nick and Kyoshi reacted quickly, the Shizu ambush ended with Kyoshi dead. This was the final straw, triggering open war between the clans. Nick began eliminating rival clan members with terrifying efficiency. But the Shizu clan, not content with being just the villains of the story, used Orochi to stab the Shiramatsu leader, cementing his betrayal. Before dying, the leader still attempted to forgive Orochi, proving that even in the Yakuza, some are more enlightened than others. The final revenge came when Nick asked for permission to eliminate Orochi. The traitor not only refused to fight but also insulted Nick, claiming he would never truly be part of the Yakuza. Big mistake, as Nick wasted no time decapitating him with the sword Kyoshi had given him. In a cinematic moment, the Shizu leader allowed Nick to leave, acknowledging that he had avenged the Shiramatsu clan in spectacular fashion. The movie ended with Nick returning to Myo, being welcomed as a hero by the remaining clan members, hinting that he might take up leadership. Jared Leto's casting as the protagonist sparked controversy for not being Japanese in a film about the Yakuza, raising debates about representation. And as for this story, I certainly wouldn't invite Polly Bowers for a drink. That would be madness. Now, I leave you with this video where I tell the story of a man robbed by corrupt cops, who had no idea he was an ex-Marine martial arts expert.